some way, somehow, we have got to figure out how to come out from under the rule of thumb of this particular culture and society that has been given to us. Now, you think about this for a moment. All right, we live in a culture, and then these people want to make us think that we should be patriotic towards this particular culture or this country that they've created, and the ideal that they put in us that we need to contribute and be thankful just for the mere fact of existing and being here on this land, and stolen land at that, I might add, which a lot of Americans, red-blooded Americans, are going to go ahead and still spit in the face of the indigenous people of this land and celebrate what they call Thanksgiving, when the indigenous people of this land are going to be celebrating what they call the National Day of Mourning, because the Americans are trampling on and feasting on the bones of the people of this country right here. Why? What am I saying right now? Property rights, sovereignty. You think about this. You go out here, you buy some property, and you own it free and clear, so to speak, all right? Yet and still, they still have a hook in your jaw. Because if you go out here and you buy some property allegedly so-called free and clear, you have to pay taxes on that property every single year. Some time may go by and you may all of a sudden be a tax dissenter. You may feel like, hey, this is my land, why should I have to pay taxes on it? That's letting you know that you're on the king's land or the queen's land over in Britain or Britannia or the Byzantine Empire still. Because we're still functioning after the same laws, rules, and regulations. It's just that we choose to not see it because most of us, we don't want to inform ourselves. It's easier for us to just go along to get along rather than actually question things and then trying to find out why in the world are we functioning like this? Why are we doing this? And why are we subjugating ourselves to such tyranny? Because, I mean, after all, if it's my land and we're free, I mean, just free market capitalism in itself says, you know, the best thing for us to do is to be able to take the money that we get into our pocket and stuff and then try to do whatever we can to actually let the markets itself dictate and for us what's a product that will be accepted by the American people and those who don't want it. That's why competition in some aspects is good. But if you're going to sit up here and buy some property and you say you own it, and then if you skip out on the taxes 3-4 years, the next thing you know, they have a tax lien sale at your county courthouse. They're selling your property right out from under your nose and stuff. Was it really truly your property then? Because the amount of money that you put into that property, the amount of money that you use to purchase that property, could be tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars. Could be sold pennies on the dollar if you fight or resist against this oppressive system of taxation without representation. So do we really truly all have private property rights when you really truly look at it? Or have they fleeced us and mocked us and deceived us and have played on our conscience of not knowing and ignorance, like with some type of greatest show on earth like the circus? You see, this is the problem that we're faced with today. We need to come up with ideas, us as a people, in order to get out from under the thumb of this kind of rule right here. Simply because we're free and we live on the land. So you need to ask yourself, is the government in any shape, fashion, or form really truly for you? Are you not sound enough, sovereign enough, understanding enough, knowledgeable enough to be able to govern and rule your own self without the oversight of somebody else passing laws, rules, and regulations that goes against your conscience? These are real issues and real questions that really truly need to be asked in the day, the time, and the hour that we are in. Do you understand? Or do you comprehend, as Beth said?